The tent is up, the barbecue's ready. Aye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diosa, and as always, you should be used to this by now. I am wearing a choker from dthelabel.com. So they do not only do chokers, but they do earrings, hats, and caps, all sorts of accessories. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and please do not forget to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe. Today I am doing a story time. I got into a fight with someone who I thought was my friend's mother. Yeah, guys, I fought an auntie. I feel like the adult in this situation should have known better. That's all I think, because I was a child. Let's get into the story time. Where I used to live, I used to know a girl. So I'm gonna name this girl Stacy. At first, we're all living in harmony, okay? Harmony. Everything was cool, everything was bliss. We were all good. Until one day, Stacy introduced me to Grace. And at first, I liked Grace. Didn't really think much of her, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes I used to go to Stacey's house, then on to Stacey's house, we used to go to Grace's house, and we used to hang out, and we used to chill, and everything was cool. And then Daisy was just my friend. She was not involved in any of this, but she will come on later on in the story. So we were cool. And then Grace, let me mention, was a bitch. She was a bitch. But you know, sometimes you get on with people who are bitches because they're necessarily not bitches to you, but they're bitches to other people. And sometimes they're friends with girls that are bitches. You never ever ever think that they're gonna be a bitch to you until that day comes and they're a bitch to you. One day decided it was very funny to make me a target of her joke. So this girl would prank call me every day for a week with her other minions on the phone. And of course, I know who you are. I get to spend time with you. I've spoken to you on the phone multiple times. Like, I know your voice. Like, I know your voice. So yeah, Grace is ringing me thinking it's funny and whatnot. So this is when I introduced Daisy. So obviously I'm ringing Daisy and I'm just letting out my frustrations. Like, oh my god, girl. I just have like these people ringing me every single night, and it's just becoming so annoying, and I can't take it anymore. I've tried, but I genuinely can't. But I guess who I think it is? I think it's Grace and her little friends. So she was like, what? Grace? And I was like, yep, Grace and her little friends. Like, I can recognize the voice behind the phone, and quite frankly, they're taking a piss. So she goes, oh, calm down, it's cool. So what me and Daisy used to do is, from my house, I used to have a 10-minute walk. So I used to walk 5 minutes to the bridge, and then we used to meet at the end of the bridge, like base do, and then we used to link arms. You know what it's like back in school, guys, when you have like a little bestie, and then you used to like link arms, and then we used to walk to the bus stop. So that day, funny enough, when you got to the bus stop, guess who was there? Grace and her other little minion. I'll call her Grace and Brace, okay? I'll call her Brace. I don't know why I call her Brace, but I'll call her Brace. So Grace and Brace were there at the bus stop, and I'm thinking, wait, I know it's you that's been prank calling me. And then Daisy here knew I was upset, and the kind of person I am, I would rather say something to you than go along and just fester in just negativity and anger. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend my whole day miserable. Like, come on, I just want to enjoy my day. I want to have a good time. But the message I want to deliver to you, Grace, is that stop prank calling me, because I don't appreciate it. So now, after school, it just so happened that we get the same bus. Like, what are the odds that we actually all get on the same bus? And then I hear Grace and Brace just chatting shit in the back, just talking about how they've been prank calling people in the middle of the night and how they thought it was funny. So to me, that was like, what? Light bulb. Yeah, you have been the one prank calling me. Shit, I was right. I wasn't just making an assumption. you were the one prank calling me and you think it's funny. No, it's not funny. Guess what? I told Daisy, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna say something to her. So we got off the bus and nicely, in my polite voice, believe it or not, I do have a polite voice. So I walk up to Grace. So I'm like, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm prying, but I'm really not. I've been having these, phone calls at night, and I've just overheard you speak to Bray saying that you've been, prank calling people in the middle of the night. And if it was you, I would appreciate if it stops. So it's not like I went to her with like, yeah, I know you've been doing this, I know you've been doing that, like being all accusatory. Of course not. I didn't went there like, I've overheard your conversation, I've been experiencing the same situation. If it's you, you better stop. Otherwise, I'm not having it. I don't find it funny. I'm never gonna find it funny, and just stop it. What did this girl do? She decides to just give me all the attitude in the world, guys. All the attitude in the world. Bear in mind, my little friend Daisy, who's supposed to be backing me, is not saying shit. She's just standing behind me like a little gremlin, not saying nothing at all. Actually just looking prank. Now, one thing led to another. We were saying all sorts of things to each other. Now, I always make reference to when I was younger. When I was younger, I had anger problems, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I had anger problems. This was very, very easy for me. Like, it wasn't that difficult. I would just pop you in your face and then what? Like, so I was just there, like, listening to this girl go, wah, 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 wah. Before I knew it, guys, Grace and Brace were out there trying to jump me. Both of them were trying to jump me, and here I was with little Daisy, who was standing in the corner like some scared petal. Like, she was just standing there, not doing absolutely nothing. Anyways, so we're under the bridge now. Yeah, so we went under the bridge. On my way home, I had to go under the bridge and over, but Daisy came with me. But Daisy wasn't gonna do shit all. She was standing behind me. She wasn't gonna do nothing. So then I was hit on my own with little Grace and Brace. They look like the two evil twins just waiting to get me. Started fighting. And just kicking my feet, doing all sorts. Next thing I knew, some man came from God knows where, scooped me up like this, and I'm like still kicking, and I'm angry, and I'm like, oh my god, you don't do this to me, I'm gonna beat you up, I'm gonna mess you up, like I was just going irate, like I was going mad. And then he was like, come on little girl, stop it. So when he was holding me up, this little Grace and her little Brace had time to run home. When I was, calm enough, this man put me down, and guess what? Daisy was still just standing there looking as shocked as fuck. Like, what are you shocked at, you little? So angry, guys. I was so pissed. I'm like, you're supposed to be my friend. Why did you not, like, defend me at least? Say something. If you don't know how to fight, say something. Like, you didn't even back me. So, like, I was gonna get jumped by two people, and you were gonna stand there, you were not going to do anything. So anyway, this man puts me down, and I'm huffing and puffing, I'm rolling my eyes, and I'm just doing the most, and I go home. And then when I go home, it's all chill. Like, my hair was everywhere, but I don't think anybody noticed what had happened. So I just kept it to myself, and I just kept quiet, and I was just pissed. And when you're a teenager, you go into your room, you're pissed, and then you're just like, whatever, you lock yourself up, you don't say nothing to no one. So I think that's what I did on that day. So, and then a few days passed, and I go to my friend Stacey's house. So I go to Stacey's house, and then I'm just chilling. And me and Stacey's mom were cool, like everyone was cool, we were all cool. So yeah, I go to Stacey's house and we were all chilling. And Stacey's mom happens to be friends with Grace's mom. So Grace's mom and Grace came to Stacey's mom, and then they came to Stacey's mom's house. So when they came there, I was there hanging around with Stacey. So of course, me and Grace have just had a fight, and I had like, I hate to say this, but I caused a few damages. Once again, yes, I did. I caused a few damages. Okay. I'm not like an animal, guys. I'm not a vulture. I do not go around attacking people. But it happened, okay? She went home, she had to explain to her mom what had happened. So instead of telling the truth, like, I've been calling Mercy in the middle of the night and just, you know, prank calling because I thought it was funny. I told her mom that I called her mom a hoe, I called her mom a prostitute, I was calling her mom names, I was calling her mom all of these things that I had not even said, guys. Like, I would never say that. You know why? Because I am an African girl from a nice, good African home, and I know how to respect my elders. Like, okay. But at this time, I did not know. So Grace's mom now, obviously, she's not happy to see me. Like, she's thinking, what's this child doing here? So she says to me, oh, get out. I'm thinking, wait, what? Me? Are you talking to me? You know, actually, no, honestly, I thought she was gonna be adult about the whole situation and just be like, Mercy, I heard you and Grace had a fight. What was it about? You know, just be motherly and just be a parent. I thought that's what she was going to. I thought she was going to be a parent, but no. This woman came with some ginger, okay? She came with a vim. This woman came to me like, you beat up my daughter, and I did not go and beat up your daughter. We had a fight. That's what I said. I was like, we had a fight. So I wasn't just there hitting her, she was also there hitting me, therefore it's a fight. She was like, you need to get out of this house. And I was like, what do you mean I need to get out of this house? Grace's mom was kind of like, wait, you can't throw her out of the house because it's not your house, and first of all, she has not done anything because she's just a child just like everybody else here. So can you please just, like, she was just looking confused, like she did not get the whole situation at all. So this woman now proceeded to raise up her hand and slap me in the face. Like, guys, she decided to raise up her hand and slap me, and of course I did not let that happen. I was like, wait, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
From then, she was like, how dare you? You need to get out of this house. And then Stacey's mom's like, no, she was here before you are, so why does she need to get out of the house? Like, what's the reason of this? You're not being very adult. Be an adult and be, you know, understanding. Grace told me that you were calling me a prostitute, you were calling me a hoe, you were calling me all this, you were calling me all these names. I'm like, I have never said that. Like, I have never. Why would I even say that when I don't even know you? Like, it doesn't even make sense why you'd go around calling someone else's mom a hoe, a prostitute, and all of these names. Like, it really doesn't make sense. Like, for what reason do I have? I fought with your child because she was prank calling me, and you know, I was pretty much getting tired of it, and I decided to tell her to stop, and she wouldn't stop. And so she was not even willing to like understand any of this. She was just being argumentative, and she genuinely just came with the agenda to see me and punch me in the face and hit me and then think that it was okay. As I'm about to leave, this woman came to swing on me. I thought I was Jackie Chan. All I did was take my hand, like, you know when you grab, so when you're fighting as a girl, like, you know, most people have hair, so the first thing you usually go for is someone's head. So I took my hand, I went like this, the wig went flying across the room. We then ended up in a fight, like a fight, guys. Like, I mean, like, me and my friend's mom were busy at it like this. So Stacey's mom's like, stop it. Grace's mom, you cannot do this. It's a child, you cannot fight a child, it is wrong, blah blah blah. Like, it was just mad. Like, it was crazy. Like, I just had to defend myself. And for some reason, I never thought in my entire lifetime I'll be fighting with an old lady. Like, no, guys, I never ever in my life thought I'll be fighting with an old lady. 40-something-year-old woman does not try to fight a 16-17-year-old girl. That is not normal. The moral of the story is, when you are an adult, you're supposed to be responsible, right? You're supposed to be responsible for your children. You're supposed to be responsible for other children. And when your children have a fight, like, you don't try and fight the child. Go to the parent and tell the parent. You don't go directly to the child and try to raise your hand against a 16-17-year-old girl and expect that person to not do anything to you. This week's story time I got into a fight with my friend's mum. It's not something that I am proud of, but I'm sure many of you guys can relate. Like, you cannot just go around raising your hands against other people's kids. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like my videos, please do not forget to like, comment below, and of course subscribe, guys. The tent is up, the barbecue's ready. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mercy